The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Watch your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
I'm Marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And we are the Podical Sons. Let's start the show.
This is the State of Affairs show.
State of Affairs. Is that how you would
have done broke it down for a good hour and a half.
Different levels and stuff,
yeah, before we even got here. But
it's like
we're here.
Some Daily Show type shit, whatever, right?
Yeah, we're here.
Yo, would you do the Daily Show? That's some responsibility.
Yeah, it is some responsibility.
That's some responsibility.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they have anybody as of yet.
That's a good question.
And I think I think December 8th or something like that. Around that time.
That's his
final hurrah.
Wow, I wonder if they're gonna do like the guest host thing if they don't find anybody in time.
Probably more than likely and stuff.
Yeah.
They might do that and everything. But that's dedication, commitment.
It is.
This is 5 days a week we talking and stuff like that, right? And then much less. I think you can't have too many things going on for you if you're gonna do that.
No,
and Trevor
that's
Noah,
pretty much it.
I think Trevor Noah is that type of person that he'll make guap when he does like a stand-up or he'll do other things and stuff like that too.
Right.
And not saying he didn't make bread with this.
Right.
Because I can't remember. I think I seen the numbers or something like after he talked about he's gonna resign.
Yeah.
I think it's like something like I think he started off making either $7 million a year.
Yeah.
To like it went to like I think maybe like $16 million a year and stuff like that. And this is TV.
It's TV.
And people don't really watch TV like that.
Nah.
But they still make sure they lock into certain type of things and stuff like that, right? So I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I probably might do it for like a hot year.
Yeah.
And once my bread up, I'm gonna tell them fuck off politely.
It's definitely a commitment, man.
Because he's been there for some years.
Yeah, and the not only a commitment for you, but the people around you too, right? Because just think about it, like you got a family.
Mm.
Your family knows that every night you got to tape an episode of this of.
Well, they're recording a day. They're recording a day.
They're recording a day, but I'm still though. It's like every day, like you got to be dedicated to this one particular job. You come home at night to the rest of the family, cool. But if it's not the weekends or a planned time off, when do you really get time off to really spend with your family? So you did look at that, right? Like 7 whole years.
Yeah. So that's the part that got me and stuff. Because I'm looking like some people work Monday through Friday, regular.
Yeah.
On a micro scale, they work Monday through Friday. Cool. So and like I said, they record in the daytime and stuff like that. It just comes on at late.
Right.
Whatever, but it's still within that same day.
Yeah.
Right? Because I learned that from when 9/11 happened. Because when 9/11 happened, a lot of the shows and TV things and stuff, they stopped broadcasting things. Jon Stewart was still running shop then.
Right.
And Jon Stewart had his piece and stuff for there, but they were like, the information was given September 10th.
September 10th.
Because let's say if he was recording September 11th, at that time, Twin Towers would have went down.
Right.
Right? Because I think they record like let's say morning, noonish, whatever. It just gets edited and all that type of stuff because they have the team for it.
Yeah.
Right? For it to go up and stuff like edited this, that, and the third for that same night.
Right.
If this podcast doesn't come out early enough, blame that nigga Smooth. He didn't edit it fast enough. But yeah.
It's a one-man team. It's a one-man team.
And that's what I'm saying. Like these things and stuff, it kind of works like that, but the constant always camera in your face. Like there's some days and stuff you go to work and you're like, yo, you want to be a wallflower.
Right.
You just want to go in and out. You don't want to fuck with nobody and everything. No, you got to go. You got the mic, the camera, everything.
You're that guy, man.
You're that guy.
You're that guy.
What I'm saying? You're that guy. It's like, jeez, there's something to consider.
Would you? No, you couldn't do just 1 year. You say you do the dance for
1 year.
1 year.
Build everything and stuff. Build the backing and stuff behind me.
Yeah.
Max they get 2. Like they if they like, all right, Marv, $3 million for the first year. Be like, the people love you like the ice cream truck. We want to give you another 10 mils. We'll give you 13 mil. Be like, I see what y'all did right there. But then you got to weigh out like what else you have going on with you.
Right. Yeah.
Because think about it. If you're doing comedy shows and tours and everything like that, like what she was and stuff too, right? You record now, then you got to hop on a G whatever the hell, fly there, do that show, then fly back to come do work and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
That's daunting.
I guess it also depends on like where you're at in your career too, right? Like, because if you've done like the comedy circuit, you've done the fly around thing, toured all over the world. Now you're coming to like the latter stage of your life, your latter stage of your career. Maybe you don't want to do the commute and stuff like that. Maybe you just want to move close to the studio and just do a little day-to-day thing, right? And it's just
true. But the thing is, stuff. What I've noticed stuff was the formulas with the I call it the nostalgic formula.
right.
We've had Power Rangers and stuff before.
Yeah.
But they have to do Power Rangers again with new faces, new, fresher, younger faces and stuff,
Yes.
whatever. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's still staple. So the Daily Show, Daily Show is Jon Stewart.
Right.
But you need a fresh face and stuff. If Jon Stewart's now getting older and everything like that, because, they'll be like, oh, he's just an old man ranting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he's just a bitter person and blah, blah, blah. So now you replace that with a fresher face and everything like that. Same core values, just a different face. Like
Right.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola. We're
Yeah.
still buying those over the other kind of cola drinks that will come out.
Yeah.
Right? So it's just like, we need to know like, same great taste or same thing and stuff, whatever, just new look.
Just new look.
And then when I look at the Pepsi cans or like whatever cans and stuff, I'm like, damn, they changed the can and stuff again. Be like, still same great taste. Daily Show, still great information you can get, whatever. It's just a newer face.
Right.
It's a fresher face.
Right.
So it's kind of like, if you're older, you're there for the same great taste aspect. And if not, if you're newer, maybe this new, young, fresh face brings you.
Brings you in.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. Because when he first got the position, I was like, why? Why would you? Because I was so used to him doing the comedy circuit, and that to me, like those type of positions was always reserved for somebody like coming close to like the end of their career and like they want to now.
No, man, no disrespect Jon Stewart. Like Jon Stewart's still that guy, man.
No, he's still that guy. But
Jon Stewart's been doing it.
how deep was he into like doing comedy and acting and stuff like that prior before becoming a host on that show?
He was deep. He was deep.
Right.
He was deep. And I think like when they offered him and stuff like those things kind of semi-dwindled. Right? Because it's kind of like the Daily Show required more time.
Right.
And everything like that. But he would still do his comedy circuits and stuff like that too. But he wanted, because Daily Show and stuff was even like there in the New York area and stuff like that, whatever.
Yes.
He want to do like world tours.
Right.
Or he won't do like, like country tours.
He just got the local.
He kept it local. Yeah. So they said that he was like the comedy clubs there and stuff, whatever. Like, especially when you have like celebrity or famous comedians. Yeah. They just kind of walk into places and shit. They're like, you want to say no to Jon Stewart?
Yeah.
Do you have an open mic for comedians and stuff, or you see Jon Stewart rolling and be like, oh shit. Even like, we're in Toronto now.
Yeah.
We're in Toronto. You see Tricks.
Yeah.
You see every other body trying to do some things and stuff. You see Tricks and stuff go up there and everything like that. You're not going to make room for Tricks?
Yeah, of course. 100%.
Exactly.
Right.
And then that's what I'm saying. It works for your business and everything like that, whatever. But if Tricks has other things going on, he won't pop up like that.
Right.
So I think that was the thing. And then with John was, like I said, I like John because John is the type of dude that boots to the ground.
Yeah.
So the 9/11 firefighters, he helped pull bills and do things like that, make these changes and stuff. Like, that's like, yo.
I like John too because he was, and again,
don't talk about it, be about it. He's about that shit.
He was, like I said, just how you were describing it, like I think what made me gravitate towards him is like he was the fresh face, and his show was more hip as opposed to just the Late Show, the Tonight Show, which had older white guys on it. You know what I mean? So I didn't really gravitate towards any of that. So, when Trevor Noah takes over his spot, I'm looking at it, yeah, dude, you still look kind of like hip, like you should be jet setting still, not be doing like a day to day. You know what I mean? So that's what I think kind of threw me off with that whole aspect. But yeah, I mean, we're
rotate the faces, man.
Do you see that on a similar realm for like staple game shows?
Of course, because I think that is etched in like in our nostalgic like factor that long.
Yeah,
where now you could implement these new, like, I feel like if you're gonna do something like Wheel of Fortune,
Right.
you're gonna do something like Wheel of Fortune and everything like that, you got to take Pat and Vanna out together.
Hmm.
Because I feel like if you put a transitional person and stuff in, let's say you replace Pat with somebody else, and
Yeah.
then you still have,
Yeah.
I think it won't sit well with some of the peoples and stuff. 'Cause
No.
like, oh, their chemistry is not there.
Yeah.
I kind of like the chemistry between Pat and
Yeah.
Remember, Vanna don't say much.
Yeah.
Vanna's there. Rotate. Or no, sorry, she don't even rotate shit now. Press. Times change that much and she's pressing shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? Drew Carey. When Drew Carey came in for Price is Right.
Right.
After Bob Barker and everything and stuff. He brought that kind of I want to say, Bob Barker's generation.
Mm-hmm.
And now Drew Carey's generation and stuff, whatever, are two different generations
Right. Right.
of like entertainers and stuff, right? So now, same great taste,
Yeah.
just new look.
Mm.
Once you bring that in, they be like, all right, well, they're still sticking to the bread and butter shit and stuff
Yeah.
like, because you notice the games.
Yeah.
The game is still
the
etched in your
games
head.
is still the
You know that big ass wheel thing,
Right.
you know the showcase thing, you know the Plinko, and they might bring in one or two more new games and stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But they look like, I came in the territory because we brought the new face. We knew the fuckers were gonna come in, but don't do too much new shit.
Yeah.
When they come in and do full new shit,
Yeah.
that's when it messes with the people.
That's it.
That's when it messes with it. So
That's
like,
it.
yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because some stuff, you know, with actors at the end of their career, when they get into that, it's almost like, okay, those. Now I know you fell from A-list to B-list to
B-list,
C-list to
C-list.
D-list, but then you have like certain game shows. It's like, nah, it's a coveted spot to be on that show. You know what I mean? And you have like
What
talk shows. It's like, nah, it's a coveted spot to be in that seat.
But some of those things they record,
Yeah.
right? They go season stuff. Like remember you and I were talking about podcast seasons and everything like that?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them they do record. So even like Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey has tons of shit popping off.
Right.
But he's still on Family Feud.
Right.
Right? Because Steve Harvey and stuff like the Miss America pageants and, you know, Miss Universe, all those type of things and stuff like his radio show.
Yeah.
Other things. So it's just that these things are kind of like, all right, they're recorded in time and they will drop on specific times. So he still has time to say like, all right, for these few months while we're recording Family Feud,
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing and stuff like that. And then when Family Feud is not airing, I can get to other shit.
Right.
But Daily Show is daily.
And I was about to say, with the game shows, you're not really worried about current events. You don't have nothing that locks you into a set time. So yeah, that can air anytime.
So I feel like that's where the dance is. Food for thought, folks.
Food for thought.
Food for thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe to the regular deglers.
You're not going to see any of us sitting in any of those chairs
Yet.
Yeah.
Hey, if the price is right, though. Shit. If they came to me like, oh, we seen your podcast. We love how you talk. Could you
Right.
just tone down the cursing?
Right.
We have a $10 million position for you. All right, Smooth. So this is going to happen.
You already got the start of the uni already. You already got the start of the uni.
I already know my flight schedule and stuff, whatever. I'm like, I'm flying back into the city every Sunday morning. Flat the hell out.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I'm doing that many things to kind of come back within the city, do work here,
Yeah.
I might as well buy a G4.
Listen, man, I'll do you one better. The house that you get, just build me a small room, build a small setup. I moved the wife in. We'll be good.
But I think that would be my deal. My deal and stuff is that if I knew I was that kind of like, especially if you're a dude that has a big family or a big squad and everything like that,
Yeah.
you just need, I think, a sanctity kind of like know where you're going to put your head at and stuff. Right? So once you have that, fuck it. Let the people just run shop. Because it always kills me stuff when I hear a celebrity and stuff and say like, all right, they got a condo. They have a condo in Manhattan.
Yeah.
They have another spot and stuff, whatever, in Jersey and everything and stuff. And like these things are like hour drive, like less than an hour commute from each other and stuff like that. You can Uber at home.
Yeah. You could.
I'm like, if not, then who's in there? No one's in there.
Nobody's
So it's
in
just
there.
vacant. Like, yo, there's tons of people that would
Yeah.
love the opportunity to say like, all right, live here, save your bread, take care of the spot. And when I come home, act like you got some sense.
That's it.
Let's work together, baby. Let's work together.
Look, man, some of these houses, these celebrities got it so big, you wouldn't even know when they came home.
Yeah, but some people have this I call it the rental lifestyle. Like, you know, all things that glitter is not gold. On the gram, you like you're living. Greatest highlight reel ever, boys, Instagram, I tell you. Because even somebody look at me like, damn, people don't see you. I'm like, I'm right here in front of you. Yeah, but you don't post on the ground. Dope. I like it a lot. So like if you see me moving different and everything, like you come to my house, you see, damn, your refrigerator packed. Damn, your gas tank never on E. Shit, you know too much.
You know too much.
You know too much. Let's get to the polls.
Okay.
First poll and stuff, whatever. It was what's more important to you when you go out to eat? The service or the food? And the food won by 88% of the votes.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Food. Gotta be food, yeah.
Food? Yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like, let me speak for myself. I come from a Jamaican, we don't have none of that kind of service world. But you know, the food is banging while you go back to this damn awful ass place, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I always salute to Jamaica House. I want to give the Jamaica House one. Like the one that like Finch.
Yes, okay.
The one off Finch, stuff like that. I feel like for them, their customer service has come away. Not the greatest, but that food is still
magnificent.
Chef's kiss.
Right.
So I can put up with the fuckery and everything like that. Be like, yo, like, where you at? And like, I'd like for you to talk to me better, but like some oxtail rice and peas, please.
Always reminds me of the Soup Nazi episode on Seinfeld.
Soup Nazi. What?
Classic episode.
No, I don't remember that episode.
You don't remember that episode?
Nah.
Where he just like, he real militant and you gotta walk in a certain way when you approach to the counter and you gotta make sure you talk up quick and order because he ain't playing. And if you get it wrong, you start to next. He'll move you out of line. You don't get you don't get no soup.
See?
But the soup is banging
To die for. See?
Yeah. So that's
It's the
everybody try
food,
to fall
man.
in line. Yeah.
It's the food. When people like, oh, the service and the food go hand in hand and stuff. And I'm like, nah. You know, if you got shit service and shit food and stuff, you're not fucking with that establishment no more.
No more.
But you know, if you got shit service, but the food was slapping and stuff, you're still going back.
Of course.
I think when you get if you get mint service and the food is shit, you're still not gonna go back.
No. And that's what I was about to say. Like,
ambiance. Because like some places, they make their bread off the ambiance.
Yeah, it's cool and all, but some places you'll go for the ambiance and you'll just drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know the food ain't it.
Yeah. Spot on. All right. So the next poll says, pick one. Let me get some context before I start this poll. Exhibit A over there is a piece of shit.
Yes.
He wants to lock people like myself in with his mortality thing. So I finally got a way to put it in words. I had it for
for a while.
his wife and him and I, we had the convo and stuff. I had it for a while.
Yeah.
I think probably that night and stuff and I'm like, we're gonna get to this one day. Because I feel like the people might ride with me. And no, the people ride with y'all. So I found a way to make it malleable. So I said, pick one.
Right.
Either you die in 15 years from now. 15 years is a good amount of time to do a lot of shit.
It's a good long time.
15 years from now. Or be immortal for 5,000 years. And 91% is the immortal ones. Tell us why you want to live this long, not your average.
Man, I just want to be able to have the training and reach like a godlike level.
I had the training. What are you training for? Thanos?
To have that godlike level, man. That's like, imagine.
I can't. That's how I'm willing to kick the bucket.
500 years in, you're just starting to get into your groove.
Your groove.
You're just starting to get into
no
your
aging
groove.
now. So for the requirements of the thing,
Right. There was no aging.
You age like whatever age you. Let's say no. Well, you know, for the people and stuff that did participate and listening now.
Yeah.
You're 25. 25 is your prime.
Okay, so if you haven't gotten to 25, you're going to live your life to the 5,000 years, but you're going to hit that 25 mark and then freeze.
Yeah.
Your
aging.
vitality and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you're past that 25 mark,
Then
You get to reverse, or do you stay where you're at?
no, you stay where you're at.
Okay, you stay where
You stay where you're at.
Okay.
So then you just add 5,000 years and stuff to that, whatever. So if you
That-
if you get there
that's still
at the 31 mark, you're 5,031 years old, and then you probably just off. That's when you're like, I'm ready to die.
You ready to go?
And I think this is just is for me. For me, I look at it where I don't want to live forever.
Right.
I want to fall in course and stuff of like regular human and do things where set time and stuff like that. Because I want to say my main concern and stuff is I'm able to wipe my own ass. Like when it comes to aging.
Mhm.
So I'm able to wipe my own ass and I don't want to be a bother to nobody.
Right.
Then I'm good to go.
Yeah.
But like, boss, I feel like the first 100 years and plus you live in an information age, motherfuckers like, yo, you still ain't die yet? You still look the same from like whenever the hell. You might even run into like grandkids and stuff of like somebody and they be like, yo, you look like the person my grandma took to prom. Is your name Andrew? No, my name is Sylvester. You want to switch up your name and all that type of shit? Cool. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. So you can run and hide.
Hey, listen, I'm not pretending, I'm not running, and I'm not hiding. I can't be killed.
And I say, you got superpowers. Bitch, we gonna sedate your shit. If I'm the government, we gonna sedate your shit. I'm gonna take you to a lab.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be a lab rat there. So you ain't living a free life out
Listen,
here.
You're going to have a 5,000-year plan, right?
What, to keep you?
To keep me in check. People are gonna have to die. People are gonna have to pass away.
Okay, so
I have the first. Think about it, right?
let's entertain your
I have the
fuckery.
first 250 years.
Okay.
To acquire as much knowledge as I possibly can before some people start catching on.
Are you high?
Hold on. Before some people
All right.
start catching on. Because remember, those 250 years, I could do the bounce thing. Right?
Right.
At the 250 year mark, I'm going to say to myself, okay, I'm tired of bouncing around, right? I've invented my invisible cloak. Right?
My visible cloak.
250 years. Think about this.
Go ahead. Live your dream. This is your dream. Go ahead, run it.
I've invented my invisible cloak.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I've mastered a way of sustaining myself for long periods of time without eating.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I've managed to learn all the technology that they've had since this 50 years, right? I can now tap into the system and be just a little bit one step ahead of maybe 80 to 85% of the population. The other 15 might discover some sort of godlike entity, or maybe it might be the AI they have in check to try to keep me in check. But at that point now, I'm going to say, okay, well, I still got another, 4,750 years to go. They're coming for me. I got to move to godlike level. And then I got to switch over to godlike level. And at that point, somebody got to get tired of trying to kill me, man. They're just going to have to live with the fact that I can't die.
No. So, okay. I don't want to be that friend. Crush your dreams. But
it's my field of dreams, man. Don't come trampling in my field of dreams.
You're right. And I don't want to trample on your dreams but stuff, but I'm just let you know and stuff again.
Yeah.
The biggest the biggest bully in the world is the government.
Yes.
And the fact that your punk ass and stuff is whatever house you're going to have to be on the move.
For the first 250 years.
For the first 250 years,
Yes.
you're going to be on the move.
Yes.
Now we live in information age. Fucking places like the UK, everything is closed circuit television and stuff, whatever. And we even had the conversation about they have cameras here, recognize your walk and the last time you're seen and all this type of stuff.
Yeah. There are some different shit right now.
So when there are different shit right now. They be looking like, hey, yo, wasn't this the guy you see when you first started this job? Remember, I'll give you an example. My hospital that I work at has been around for 200 years.
Yes.
The same person that was there at the first beginning is not the same person. They're constantly going to hire people and all the above.
course.
So let's say the first time somebody works, the first day they see you on camera and everything like that. They're getting
Right.
ready to retire.
Right.
And they're looking at the camera like, oh, this is the job. You just watch all the cameras and stuff. You know, I seen that guy. He's never aged. I've gotten old. I'm getting ready to retire. This person never aged.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but mark that face. You're already flagged.
But why do I have to keep the same face though?
I'm sorry. You thought your mortality gives you a new face when you're getting plastic surgery?
Why can't I have plastic surgery?
It's part of your healing.
It's part of my healing.
If you get cut, you're gonna heal. So remember, because you can get cut in a gash from your head. You can probably
Right.
bleed
Okay.
and die from
Well,
that.
then I just get the world's best makeup artist.
Yeah, all right. Here we go. Remix. More than remix than
Listen,
fucking
man.
P Diddy. Anywho.
250 years. The first 250 years, I'm gonna figure out how to beat the system. Know that AI is gonna be around, and I'm gonna have to deal with those. Those are gonna be. I'm gonna have to worry about AI. That's who I only think I'm gonna worry.
We're about joining the system first before you're able to beat it, because you don't know what the system is
But
working
that's what
like.
I'm saying. The first 250 years, they ain't gotta know.
The first 5 years, you should try to get a government job.
The first 5 years.
The first 5 years, you try to get a government job to get in there to realize how they do these things and stuff. Because remember, you're next. Once they find out, you're the next greatest discovery.
Oh, of course.
You're the next greatest discovery and
Of
stuff. For them. And
course.
like I said, you're gonna be a lab rat. I seen this. There's this one anime. It's called I think it was called Aijin. I think it was called Aijin. Or they were called Aijin. And basically, these people were immortal, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like certain people, the Aijin will kind of come after you or attach themselves to like your soul.
Yeah.
So you won't die. So this boy, he got hit by a truck in front of people. So that, oh my gosh, he's dead. And the Aijin just happened to just attach to him.
Right.
So they see him like, everything start building back together.
Yeah.
And he's getting up there like, monster! That motherfucker was on the news that quick, okay?
I was.
Much as, oh yeah, pray for thoughts and prayers to South Korea. And, the stomping and everything. I don't want to say stomping, but I want to say that the crowd, what do they call it? They call it crowd something. When like people get trampled over and everything like that.
I can't remember the exact term, but
It's like crowd control was bad. 153 people. We recorded on the Sunday. 150 people confirmed dead, and they're still missing people and stuff. So thoughts and prayers and stuff to them. But if you're in a situation and shit like that where like everybody else done got stomped out,
right.
and you kind of walk out and you kind of like dip out with it to be like, yo, we seen a lot of corpses, but we got a video footage of one dude, a black dude. He just kind of like looked around and just took off running. We need to find who he is. There's a hunt for you from there. So I'm looking like, bruh, plane crash.
Yeah.
What if you're just on a plane crash and stuff like that, whatever? You're the only survivor. Yo, you're Mr. Glass. You're Mr. Glass.
At some point.
They're coming after you, sir.
250 years, man. Just give me 250 years.
All right, kind sir.
Just give me 250 years.
Like I said, I'm not that friend. I'm not that friend.
I watched a movie just like how you talking about called the Old Guard. It's on Netflix right now.
Right.
It's same premise about I want to say a group of 4 missionaries. Yeah, 4 missionaries. But they can't.
Church?
No. I said missionaries.
Mercenaries.
Some missionaries are mercenaries. 4 of them.
Right.
But they can't die, right? And they were going like when I say like through ages, like they fought in the Crusades, the witch hunt, and this. I think I was telling you about the whole with the one lady, but every now and then they'll like find somebody who is just like them. So the last person we found just like them, it was like, oh no. The government is already on to these set of people, but they can't. They know that the government's on to them, so they just lay low. So the government's just waiting for somebody like them to surface or them to surface altogether.
So to catch all of them,
right? So this one sergeant in the office, she gets her neck cut, right? But then she wakes up fine in the hospital, right? So then once the ups realized, they were like, okay, no, she's one of them. We gotta go and track her down.
I said that before you even told me about the movie.
But listen,
Go ahead.
the Motley Crew said, Because they can dream each other. Motley Crue was like, oh shit, there's somebody else out there that's like us. We gotta go find her before the powers of B do.
Now, for this 5,000 years, I didn't say you have Motley Crue dreams and shit like that, or some Notorious B.I.G. or Lil Kim dreams, or fucking an R&B chick. I didn't say you have them dreams to go find them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You might have to find all that type of stuff. That's cool, but I'm looking like, you're basically on the run your damn self.
For the first 250 years, man.
Oh my God.
That's all right. I'm gonna run for the first 250 years.
Yeah, cool things.
After that, you're just gonna have to just revere me as a god. Leave me alone.
Revere me as a god. Yeah.
5,000 years.
Cool things.
I'm gonna
things.
tell you. Just make me the world leader or something like that.
Bring you to a world leader?
Just make me the world leader.
No.
Yes, man.
No, because that's dictatorship.
No. Well, 5,000 years. Somebody gotta, be able to negotiate with all the other aliens that's coming through.
And this is the reason why I would kick the bucket in 15 minutes, in 15 years, because of shit like this.
Nah, he's gonna want to kick the bucket. He's gonna be in a coffin and be like, the hell? I'll be like, nigga! I just found out how to revive motherfuckers. Come with me.
Gosh.
You're not sleeping in peace, Mark.
I would be so annoyed. I like imagine if it'd be like my last train of thought would be like, it's my time to go. Goodbye, everybody. I close my eyes, I wake up and stuff, whatever. You dusting me off out in the coffin. I was like, yo, what happened? Oh yeah, you died about 70 years ago and stuff, but we found a way to bring people back to the dead. And I'm like, all right, I'll stay for a week.
Stay for a week. Hey, my nigga.
Get Denzel. Get your Denzel ass off of me. This is a training day.
Stay for a week. I mean, someday, sure, I can't convince you to stay for.
Because I remember when Boondocks and stuff, they had an episode one time, they said, what if Martin Luther King survived the shot?
Right. Oh,
right?
yes.
And he was in a coma for all those years. And now he come back to modern day time. Because a lot of impoverished black communities and stuff, whatever, they have a Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's looking like, oh, your name was a figurehead known, and now it's just known as like a hood scene. And your people and stuff are now making music about like bitches, hoes, sluts, and tricks.
Right.
And they're killing each other. And this is not the vision you in.
Yeah.
But he wants to go back to sleep.
Yeah. He wants to go back to sleep real quick.
But yeah, because if I realize all right, so 7 days like, yo, what's popping off and everything like that. And then you tell me some great shit popping off and be like, hey, you might convince me. But if it's not, I'm looking like, I probably like, Family Guy had a fucked up thing though. One day they were like, they unfroze Walt Disney because they said rumors he's frozen.
Yeah.
So they unthawed his ass out. They're like, he said, welcome back. So this is the future. We're in 2000 and blah, blah, blah. He's like, are the group that Kanye West doesn't like, are they still running things? He's like, yeah. He went right back to the freezer. And I was looking like, yo. So I said, you better pray as something that might keep me to stay. Other than that, whatever. Right. Be like, well, it's been swell. Moving on. I want to talk to you about Chingy. This week wasn't really too much going on this week.
Nah, not much.
Not too much going on this week.
Yeah.
The more Fallout shit from Ye and all that type of stuff in his world.
That's pretty much it.
I want to Chingy. Let's talk about Chingy real quick. So with Chingy now, so it actually I think resonated with a regular person. I want to say regular person and stuff. I don't think it has like a social media following. They probably developed a social media following after this moment and stuff. But in August, they made a post. This guy, I forget his name. Forgive me and stuff like that. But he made a post and he said, top 50 worst rappers.
Right.
He did in August.
Okay.
So recently, Chingy was on DJ Vlad's channel.
Yeah.
And whoever was interviewing him, because it wasn't DJ Vlad, who was interviewing him, said like, oh, you made it on the list for the 50 top worst rappers.
Right.
And Chingy, when I saw the video, he looked hurt.
He looked hurt?
And I felt it for him, but he's like, I sold over 50 million like, how can I be the worst if I sell? I'm like, no, we're not saying you're not the worst.
Yeah.
You're in the running with the worst.
Yeah.
Because my thing and stuff is that how we quantify music then and how we quantify music and stuff now are two different formats.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have streaming services than what we have and everything and stuff now.
Yeah.
Now I think to a play on a streaming service and stuff and everything, they consider that now, like, I guess a copy of that song being sold.
Right.
So if you go through a full album, congratulations. And then you go, say you play the same album over and over and stuff, whatever, you like 3 times, you probably done made that album 3 times rich each song.
Right.
Right? So his 50 million and stuff could have been quantified and stuff in singles.
Right.
Right? Because we were still moving shit with DVDs, CDs, and stuff like that at that time. Then you had situations and stuff where now we went to ringtones.
Yes.
Ringtones and stuff start moving and stuff like that around that same time and stuff as well. So ringtones is part of that 50.
Okay.
So in a collective, I'm like, damn, because I even said like, damn, Chingy moving like 50 million. Oh, it's everything in total, the totality and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
And everything. So I was looking like, oh, okay. And music videos and stuff like that on YouTube counts. Music videos on like music channels and stuff do not. That's what I've learned.
Okay.
So I was like, so you're not really that dude. But I mean, he felt the type of way and everything like, and I was like, yo, he is not the worst rapper in my world.
No.
I ran into others and stuff like that. I think making a list, and this is probably part of the reason why I didn't want to remember a dude who made it.
Yeah.
I still want to give him his credit for making this stuff because it's actually hilarious.
Yeah.
It feels like you're trolling and we're chasing too much negatives already in the world.
Yeah. And plus that, like, it's subjective.
Any art.
It's subjective.
Art itself is subjective.
Yeah. Like, you may think some person's crap for one reason and somebody might love them for that same exact reason that you think they're crap for. It's subjective.
I don't like Silk to Shocker.
You do not like Silk to Shocker. Well, did you have a list?
I have 5.
You have 5.
I just have 5.
You just have 5?
I have 5. You want to hear my 5?
Yeah, let me hear you.
This is no particular order to the 5 that would hear it. You feel a type of way and stuff, whatever. Apologies. I mean, so far your music hasn't really moved me like that to that point.
Yeah.
Silk the Shocker's on that list.
Okay.
Silk the Shocker is definitely on that list and stuff like that. For me, I think Silk has this not rhyming on the. I have a problem with that.
I have a problem. I have a big problem with that. And that would make Blueface a contender on my list.
Blueface is garbage too, man. Blueface would have got 1 song. How is he even still like that song is what? At least 3-4 years old.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you another Blueface song and stuff like that. I like my rappers and stuff for them to rhyme on time and everything like that. So now when one person, when I was having a conversation with somebody, they were saying like, well, what do you consider rappers and everything? So I'm like, your lyric game.
Right.
Your lyric game.
Yeah.
Your cadence and your delivery.
Yeah.
Those things and stuff like that, right? So this person said, they started talking about their top 5. And I said, that's cool. My top 5 and your top 5 and stuff are going to be different because music, again, art is subjective. Music is art and art is subjective and stuff like that, whatever. So he's like, well, I was like, I need you to rhyme on time. I need you to rhyme on a beat because it does the beat service.
Mm-hmm.
It does the producer some service.
Mm-hmm.
It does you some service and stuff, whatever. And it shows like what kind of skill game you got because you could do an acapella and rhyme the same bars.
Right.
But acapellas don't get to me, whatever, because I look at it as like I need to quantify as a song.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's a regular freestyle with no beat.
What? And sorry, don't mean to cut you. That I think that was one of the things that kind of bothered me about the newer age freestyles. Because back in the day, the DJ would play the beat and then you would freestyle over it.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I hear them freestyling, it's no longer, to me, it's no longer, well, most of the freestyles that we hear are written.
Facts.
Back then, you had some that was written, but you had some that was just live because that person felt the beat. They got into the groove of it. And it's almost like like a jazz player, like playing a riff on his trumpet. Like it's no conformity to it. It's just how you feel, and it's just coming off like that. So a lot of beats earlier, like they dictated how you would flow, and they would dictate what you would say. You have freestyles which say, nah, not that beat. Nah, give me something else. Give me something else. Because they know it, you know what I mean? They vibe off of that material.
And some of them write off a beat.
Some of them write off of beats.
So they write off of a beat now and stuff like that. So when you give them some shit like, nah, I'm not feeling that kind of vibe and stuff like that. Because I remember Rockefeller, they went to like, I think Hot 97 back in the day was a Funk Flex thing.
Yeah.
And they kept dropping different beats.
Right.
And then they were like, nah, this is too light. Give me some gritty shit, whatever. Like, bitch, you did a freestyle. You get whatever I give you, whatever, right? Showcase your talent.
Yeah.
But then you want to hone it in and everything like that. And I want to say kind of typecast you as a rapper. And, well, okay. So I got Silk the Shocker. Let me finish my list. Right. I got Silk the Shocker. I'm not a fan of too many fast rappers.
Right.
Because my thing is stuff like, a person like Mystical, he brings energy.
Yeah.
He brings energy and stuff like that, right? So Mystical kind of gets by and stuff to me and everything like, but I gotta know what you're saying. Yes. So I want to say like, Twista is not horrible, but okay, look at the Coach Carter song. I'm hopeful today. That's a nice slow little beat.
Yeah.
I've never heard anybody, no, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody you know has actually went through a Twista album and said, yo, that Twista album is fire. Said who?
I've never heard.
Song?
Yeah. Because
you can only take it in doses and stuff like that,
yeah.
right? And you'd be like, all right, but an album? No. Twista's on that list. So I got Twista on there. I got a few down south rappers and stuff like that and everything. One of the down south rappers and stuff I have on there for sure. Yeah, I'm going to get hate for this. I know I am.
Who?
I know I'm going to get hate.
Who?
I love Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy ain't that guy.
Nah.
Trick Daddy ain't that guy.
Yeah.
Right? And me coming from Miami and everything like that, people are like, what the fuck? This guy just... It's just...
It's not for you.
I bought Trick Daddy albums and stuff to support from Miami. And I was looking like, I can tell you which songs I'm going to. From older content that he made. I was like, yeah. And there's some songs stuff would be like, all right, you might give it another play and everything, like just not sticking and stuff like that. That's another one and stuff. Then I have from the Midwest, me and Nelly, we weren't seeing eye to eye for years. I respect Nelly's bread, his entrepreneurship, but Country Grammar, when it came out to me, was shit. Andale, EI was shit.
Yeah.
I like Tip Drill only because the video. The pervert in me likes Tip Drill for the video.
Well, there's certain things that, you know what I mean? We know there's certain formulas that make a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of the MC that's on it, if they're garbage or not, if the other criteria are there, it's going to do something to you and it's going to be rememberable, right? So you get that. But a measure of an MC for me is exactly what you're saying. Like, can I listen you put an album, can I listen to that album from top to bottom?
Yeah.
Forget about the hits. Forget about the hits that I know that's programmed to bring me in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? The rest of the material. Can I gravitate to the rest of the material? And there's not a lot of MCs that I can say where it's a start to finish for me.
Nah. It takes a, well, I want to say your ear is kind of cultivated for like the boom pap.
Right.
And I don't want to, I'm not.
No.
But I want to say like, even like for me, my ear is kind of cultivated and stuff for like the similes and metaphors and stuff, whatever, the same. So if the newer generation is coming in, they're not producing these type of things and stuff, whatever. This is why I won't be gravitating and sticking to this thing.
Right.
Because you got to be kind of, you should be coming out kind of nice with it.
Yeah.
whatever, right? I got one from New York. The one from New York and stuff I got is Diddy.
Diddy?
I got Diddy. Diddy's writers and stuff is the one that saves him.
Yeah.
And everything and stuff like that. I don't think Diddy's in a position so he doesn't need to rhyme no more. And then he has a new song and stuff out now too, right?
With Ashanti?
I don't even know who's in this song. I didn't waste my time and stuff for it.
I only know. I'm only saying Ashanti because I heard some Ashanti news the other day, and they were saying she's got a new song
You're
out
fucked up
with
like
Diddy.
me.
That's the only reason why I said
Diddy, and I got love for Diddy and stuff. And like I said, respect the hustle and stuff. The same thing with Nelly and all of them, and Trick too.
Yeah.
Trick's. He went from. I think the first time I heard even Trick Daddy and stuff, he was with Uncle Luke. I think on the Scar track, whatever, right? That's the first time I heard Trick Daddy. And then for him to go from that to doing his 1s and 2 to Nah, I guess, you know Nah, nigga?
Yeah.
And then that was kind of like his blow up thing and stuff.
Right.
And after that, he started falling in place, like, okay, what's up? Shut up. Like, Banner 99, photo, Revolvo. Got a place to go, though. Are those blue boy jeans you wear? Hell no, ho. You know they polo. The reason why Cam, like I like Cam. Cam has basic ass rhymes and stuff, whatever too.
Yeah.
But like I would still take him over a good portion of them and Dipset. Jim Jones, I got love for Jim Jones.
Right.
Because I think Jim Jones' voice works perfect and stuff for him. But like Santana, Joel Santana, he on that list too. Dog. He on that list.
Jules on that list?
Oh my gosh.
I think he went past 5 now.
Oh yeah, I'm just bitter now. I'm bitter. Yeah. I'm just bitter.
Yeah.
I'm bitter. My bad. I'll shut up now. I'm shut up now. I respect you guys, your money, your bread, your hustle, and everything like that.
It's all good, man.
Because y'all might come for me like academics, how they came for academics and everything like that. I respect that. I'm just saying. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
You're not getting streams off me.
It's an opinion.
It's an opinion. You got some? You don't have to go that violent as me because clearly I went over the limit.
Let me think.
You could even give me 3.
Tim Dog.
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
He did Fuck Compton. Fuck Compton.
No.
Fuck.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Vanilla Ice.
Way. All right, stop. Everybody just listen. You're back in the kitchen.
I can't get with the basic rhymes, man. I can't get with
the basics is pissing you off.
Yeah. Blueface because I can't get with the if you're gonna give me basic rhymes, at least be on time with the basic rhymes.
Yeah.
The delivery.
The
delivery has to be portion. I can't if you're all over the place, it's hard for me to even enjoy the beat.
True. That's fair.
One
more. You remember
Rappin' Duke was another basic guy.
I'm about to say, let them come for me, not come for you.
Rappin' Duke. I think Rappin' Duke is too old for him to come for me anyway, but
he might have relatives.
He might have
Rappin' Duke Jr. out there.
Biggie went for him first. I remember Rappin' Duke. The ha.
Oh, I remember that bar. And Juicy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, and my thing is something that's just for me. For me.
Yeah.
I want to say in playlists and stuff like that, there's a Trick Daddies and stuff like that. Do they come up? Do the Joel Santana, the whistle songs and all that type of stuff? Like, yes.
Yeah.
But I think for me, like I use, and I guess cut the check, Spotify.
Right.
So I use Spotify and stuff for that. And with Spotify, it's kind of like, oh, you played this? So we'll give you this from this other artist, the same artist of other tracks and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
So I'm hearing something like a track like in a playlist, because I like playlists. Because I know albums and stuff like, if like, all right, like if Drake came out with an album or Drake and 21 came out with an album or Rihanna dropped an album and stuff like that this weekend, I'm going to just listen to it like through and through.
Right.
Right? And then I'm like, okay, so I get a familiarity of like what I'm listening to and everything like that. But if I never played your shit before, or I only like one song off your shit, and then now we're playing, like they want Spotify to be like, you didn't like this, you like that one Joel Santana song, the whistle song?
Right.
We're gonna give you some more shit. So I'm hearing this like, the hell is this? And I think I was in the shower too. And that's what pissed me off sometimes. When you're in your playlist in your shower mood, I'm there. whatever song went off here, hey. That's how he came out. I was like, is that Jewels? But my phone was on a charger, so I was like, I crossed. No,
Right,
so looking
right,
like, fuck, I gotta shower to this shit. I'm like, the bars better be proper, dog. The bars better be fucking proper.
Wait, Siri don't work with Spotify? You can't say like Siri play next or anything like that?
Yeah. I just learned to master that with it because I think with me and like the shower going and everything. So like, you know, like say, hey Siri, the shower's like
right.
fucking up some of the talk. So it's looking like, yo, I'm like, hey Siri, play Cameron. You want me to play Carmen? See, look, it went off. You see? It went off. Leave me alone. I'm recording my podcast. But that's what I'm saying. Like, those things stuff tend to like happen.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck. So I learned to just charge my phone the fuck up first. So they put it close by. So I was like, I didn't sign up for this. Next.
Next.
Dry off my hand. Next. And that's it. And okay, let me ask you. Did your top 5 change? Did your Mount Rushmore change? From the last time we had the conversation.
No.
Still the same?
Still the same.
Mine's still the same and stuff, whatever, too. Mine's still the same. I feel like I said, it did feel like this thing was like kind of like trolling purpose, but Chingy didn't need to take it that serious.
Yeah.
That's my thing. My thing is if he didn't need to take it that serious and stuff for that, because you came, you saw, you conquered.
Right.
People know about right there and all this type of stuff. Like that's the St. Louis kind of talk, right? But we kind of coined that more with Chingy than we do kind of like, you know, I guess probably Nelly, maybe. Because Nelly, just Chingy had a song called Right There.
Yeah.
Right? And he's done his 1s and 2s and his few and everything like that. Me, it's the feature songs. Like the One Call Away with Jason Weaver and the Pulling Me Back, the Tyrese.
Yeah.
Those are things that kind of stick to me. I couldn't tell you another song off Chingy's album and stuff like. I know that he had Holiday In with Snoop, but Snoop just sang the hook. So no. I'm not being mean. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Yo, so okay, I talked about Drake and 21 Savage. So they got an album.
They got an album.
That dropped and stuff like
It dropped
that.
already?
It dropped on Friday.
Yeah.
I feel like Drake.
Rihanna had like a single that dropped.
Rihanna had an album that dropped.
She dropped the entire album. I thought it was just a single.
An album.
Okay.
She dropped an album.
Did SZA drop an album too, or is it just a single?
SZA, I don't know.
Because they were saying both were supposed to drop a single.
I don't know. SZA, I'm not too sure. But
okay, so Rihanna dropped an album. Okay.
Yeah, Riri working on here, these streets.
You go, Riri.
Well, because the single stuff was for the Black Panther thing, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the Black Panther dropped on Friday.
Right.
So I was saying like, oh shit, Drake dropped the album and stuff. Riri dropped her shit and stuff like that as well. I'm like, Drake's an evil guy. I just like let Rihanna live. Cause okay, tell me how you felt about that verse and that the Future song, Wait For You.
Yeah, it's all right.
I feel like it was a Rihanna. I feel like he was talking to Rihanna.
You feel like he was talking to Rihanna?
Yo, like the lyrics that maybe like I said, music's subjective.
It's subjective.
To your own interpretation.
Right.
He's like, I used to mess when you had the tiny presidential. Yo. And then he's like, oh, why'd you introduce me to him when you know you was? I was like, oh yeah, A$AP Rocky was going on tour with Rihanna before and everything like that. And then Drake was, you know, he had his run and everything like that. And I was like, oh, we're at trolls and we're still trolling the world and stuff like that. I still think the biggest troll is fucking Elon Musk.
Well, he's got a whole platform to do it on now.
The guy walked into the office with a sink. A sink. Is Elon Musk our supervillain? Is he a supervillain? He has to be.
I'm trying to think if he's the supervillain or he's the protagonist that we see that's changing into the antagonist.
Ooh, talk about it. Let me hear why you say that.
Well, when we first got a load of this dude, right?
From PayPal,
right? Just the things that he's been involved in, right? We can say not not only were they world changing, but they're
I'm
a
watching
step
your
forward.
words. I'm watching your words. You have Tesla stock. I'm watching your words.
Not only are they world changing, but it's a step forward into the future, right? And one of the biggest things that we're trying to get far from is fossil fuels, right? So when we see this electric car now coming into play, he's not the first person to ever invent an electric car, right? But here's somebody that is now making it look like a sustainable thing going into the future. And we're probably looking as gas is one of those staple things that, how do we get past that? How do we get past the need for that? That's one of the things where in a digital era, it's still an analog component. So once he got to that point where he's like, okay, we're going to finally break the shackles. This guy's going to free us from this. Like everybody started lauding him as, hey, this is a good thing, right? Here's a man that's pointing us in the right direction.
But he didn't.
Now, pointing us in the right direction, and I think just everything, I don't know if it's happening so fast. I don't know if it's because of that, and he sees it happening so fast, and he sees like he's part of this great change, that it's almost like, hey, I'm powerful. I'm powerful to the point where I'm beyond this great change thing, right? Like this, like this change is for the world.
That's when the antagonist piece comes in.
The antagonist piece. This change is for the world.
So
but now he's feeling like, well, shit. If I can do this and change the world and help the world. Hey, I need a little bit of help over here. So let me start changing things over here. That may not necessarily have to do anything with the world or benefit the world, but it's sure damn well going to benefit me. And maybe those around me.
Yeah, that's called villain shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So antagonist, right? Starting off with the antagonist, looking about the world.
Start off as a protagonist.
The protagonist.
Right.
Looking at the world, right?
Right.
But saying, hey, yeah, I can take care of the world, but I can also take care of me. Slipping into that antagonist role where you're starting to do shit that ain't got nothing to do with the world.
So that's what I'm saying. He's a villain. Because if even he went to that point, he's beyond that point now.
You think he's beyond that point?
He's way beyond that point now.
You think he can come back?
When the motherfucker names this kid A equals MC squared and all that type of shit, whatever, you're so far gone, you can hardly be seen. That's for yourself.
E equals MC squared. That's a different one.
And that's even an easier name to pronounce compared to like it was like A divided by E minus 12. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the world hunger thing.
Right.
The fix the world hunger aspect and stuff like that.
Right.
Talk about it or be about it.
Mm-hmm.
He not about it. He just talked about it. He ain't do shit towards it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, you're just out here just to what? If you've won in life,
right,
and everything, why make this place a more worse place or a bad place? That Twitter thing, I'm afraid of it now. I want to go in there and say a few fuck yous over there.
Twitter world and everything. Twitter world is about to just be the wild.
Yo, I did hashtag N-word.
Yeah.
Hashtag nigga. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And these are recent ones from the weekend.
Yeah.
So I was looking like, oh, it ain't safe no more on the Twit.
No,
I'm off the Twit. We're there for work purpose.
I'm interested in seeing, like, since he bought it, took over and fired the staff and started easing up, how many people who were off of it before, right, jumped back on. So like the increase in numbers, right? And then just like how you're saying, like the increase in negativity. Because I'm interested in knowing if those who were already there had that negativity and kind of was kept in check with the gatekeepers, right? Versus those who never wanted to be in check, period, and just didn't fuck with the platform. But now that there's no gatekeepers now, are now fucking with the platform.
Well, yeah, because I think places like 4chan and all those other places where
right.
hate speech and all those type of things are
reign supreme,
right? So now you took one of the bigger platforms and stuff and now created kind of similar to that.
Right.
Right? And I feel like we, or I would say us as the people, should probably like put regulations and everything and stuff. Know for a fact, like, yes, you might have a following or you might have like your type of people and everything like that.
Yeah.
But your people are always welcome everywhere if they're gonna conduct in a matter like they reign inferior, superior, like they're superior to whosoever the hell else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dangerous. Even just the verbal aspect and stuff of it is dangerous. Because you could probably get into an argument with somebody and stuff and like calling you like from like bumfuck nowhere and stuff in like Willacoochee, Alabama.
Right.
Call you all types of coons and everything like that. And you here in Toronto like, pull up then! And like, it's just useless. It's just useless and stuff like that, whatever, right? But I think when now it gets compounded, and much as even if this person has like a whole mafia of people and stuff, they're like, hey, what's going on with you? I'm arguing with some dirtbag in Toronto, some dirtbag black guy and stuff, whatever. Oh, you want me to jump in? Tag me in! And then you have like two people. Now you have like a group of people and stuff just coming at you and everything like that.
Right.
And we live in sensitive times and people are just sensitive. Like, I can't take this no more. I'm just going to go social suicide or delete it and just commit. It's just a lot. And I'm looking like hypersensitive people with no holds barred type of language.
Yeah.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It's going to be interesting to see how, like, if the numbers, because I think the numbers are going to go up. And I think they're gonna dip. They're gonna go up again, right? But it's like I said, it'll be interesting to see where does it land, because you're gonna have a lot of people who's gonna jump off of Twitter because of that.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Agreed.
So as much as it may be a victory for those who are fully adamant of free speech, you have some people that don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it, and then that'll be it.
Well, I'm not personally on Twitter myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're on Twitter for the podcast purpose. Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, are you on Twitter personally for yourself?
I am, but I really...
When's the last time you went on and say like, hey everybody, I'm still alive, or just tweet some shit?
I haven't tweeted in like months. Months. And I think the last thing I tweeted was a beat that I posted.
Okay.
And that was it. Like I went on, I didn't like scroll to look at anything or like anything. I just posted the beat and then I was
well, because I feel like some people and stuff have their platforms that they mess with, because there's tons of platforms out here.
Yeah.
I mean, we just have the big ones and stuff that they always stick out to people, and there's other lower ones like, okay, we have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and there's one more I'm missing, YouTube. Right? You have that, then you have the other sub things like the Periscopes and all that type of stuff, OnlyFans and stuff like that. Because OnlyFans is not only porn, right? So like that's another platform and stuff as is and stuff, because people might screen record, but you can be you, because these are your fans.
Right.
This is your people's, your ilk. Right? And then you have other ones even like lower than that, because some people might not even heard of 4chan and stuff before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my gosh, there's a place that they just support hate speech. They're like, yo, come one, come all. They're like, if Twitter says no to you, we will say yes to you. And a lot of places stuff are like that. It's kind of like, okay, if YouTube says no to the nudity, what is it? Venmo, Daily Motion, some of those things and stuff for showing nudity and everything like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, they're like, for besides the big wigs to say no and their parameters and everything, other places will kind of cater if you're serious. So I see it and I was like, everything that Elon is doing to me now, like, is not for the betterment of people. It's just the betterment of like self or entertainment for self. Like Richard Branson has money. Bill Gates has money. Warren Buffett has money and stuff. Like, these people and stuff have money and everything like that. And hell, even I went to space. Amazon, dude, Bezos. They're not going out their way to do anything kind of I'm gonna say quote unquote bad
Right.
or antagonist like.
Yeah.
Why him?
Well, I mean, the only thing I'm really looking at now in regards to him not doing anything that's helpful for the world is Twitter. And I just look at it as somebody who's ultra rich,
Mhm.
right? And hates the thought of anybody else being able to tell him what to do.
But the courts told him what to do because he tried to back out the Twitter deal. And the courts is like, nah, fucker.
Yeah.
You agreed to this shit. So
Yeah.
he just has to just take it.
But that's the thing now. So now that he's backed himself in the corner
Mhm.
and he's taken it, what do you do now? Like, it'd be interesting to see.
But he basically pulled his dick out and was pissing on everything.
It'd be interesting to see what is it about free speech that you argued so much that you're going to defend. If you're defending free speech, right? What is it that you're going to surround it with? Because there's going to be a lot of shit coming with that free speech.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. That's a good question.
Are you going to do it in a way that I mean, we're podcasters. We want free speech, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we also know the power that we wield,
Mhm.
right? So we're responsible with our free speech,
Of course.
right? So you're not worried about people like us. But it's just like he's saying, that, you know what I mean? Those who want to spout because they can spout. Those who feel like they have the right to say anything. What are you going to do to keep those people in check? Because I don't think Twitter is going to last in the way you think it should last if you don't.
True. It might. It might. The reason why I just say it might because like some people, this is what they know. It's like I never thought Facebook would have lasted this long.
Really?
I never thought Facebook would have lasted this long. I thought Facebook and stuff would have been opted out of stuff a long time ago. Because you had MySpace,
Right.
You had High Five, was it Bear Share? You had all those type of things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And Facebook came through the pack. Like, okay, because Facebook, you had your wall. Like, I don't remember Facebook and stuff like that, but you have your wall, you could write on your photos
Right.
and all that type of stuff and everything. Now on your Instagram or something like that, what if you weren't a person to just put out words, stuff like you just want to show photos? Instagram would be your place.
Yeah.
Right? And what if photos wasn't your thing? Twitter would be your place to just put out your words.
Yeah.
So I thought that over a period of time, Facebook would have got phased out, but Facebook was smart. That's the proper business style that they have because they went in, they came, they saw, they conquered, they bought, and they mimicked other places.
Right. Right.
Like even like with Snapchat and stuff, whatever, when they couldn't buy Snapchat, they were like, all right, well, fuck it. Since we own Instagram, we'll make Instagram like a bootleg Snapchat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Meta. So,
But I mean, even that new feature they added to IG, that's Twitter. The little your little typey little message. I'm like, we went from people just posting still pictures on Instagram to you be watching your own TV, you type little messages, you this, that, and the third. But the reason why I thought, okay, Facebook is here for the long run is the point where it infiltrated, is when it started infiltrating the workplace.
okay.
Once it started infiltrating the workplace and corporations seeing that they couldn't compete with that, like as much as you wanted to ban Facebook in the workplace and tell your people that they couldn't use it, they were finding a way to use it. So companies started getting hip to the game and say, okay, well now if this is the case, then we got to start using this to our advantage. So once Facebook became a more of a consumerism tool and people started buying into it and these companies started throwing money into it, it's like, it's going to get to the point where it's going to be big as one of these multinational companies, these tech conglomerates. Once it's there, then it's almost like it's too big to fail. If it drops, we got to the governments will jump in to prop it up. Whereas the MySpace, the Black Planets, it wasn't at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So if they went to the wayside, it's nothing's invested into it.
No, but even doesn't say like Facebook now. There was a day, because I don't ride the public transit like that, whatever, but there was a day I think like something went ridiculous, I think with service or something like in the subway.
Yeah.
And people tweeted to TTC. And they tweeted to TTC, and TTC did like a hell of a response stuff to like their things of like in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Because they had people on standby for their social media things and stuff like that, right?
Right.
And I think more tweets went over and stuff, whatever, and a few Instagram videos and stuff like, where's the subway? Where's the subway? Whatever, right?
Right.
Those things come up and everything, but people went to there. So that's why I'm saying like eventually Facebook would have been obsolete and stuff to me, but Facebook holds a generation. So with the Twitter thing, what you were saying and stuff,
right?
Twitter holds a generation. Because if you think about like celebrity-wise, whatever, Chrissy Teigen is often on it, and you hear about when she's often on Twitter and stuff like that. So I'm saying it has her and another demographic and stuff on there, where they're just gonna hold true even until like it's damn near sinking. Because it's like some people and stuff like, for me, I felt like I don't hear too many people like I gotta create a Facebook account.
No,
but I know people still have multiple Instagram accounts,
right,
or multiple Twitter accounts, right. So I look at it where, in that regard, the people and stuff are now looking at stuff and say like, hey, there's a group for us and we're just going to ride or die till this shit goes bow. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Because over a period of time, that's your when we record our podcast and stuff, whatever, if you're a new person coming to the podcast and everything like that, let's say this is your first episode, you're like, oh, these guys talk about rappers, these guys dabbling a little about politics and everything like that. They have no idea. Right. But our regular degulars that come in or have other episodes and stuff like, yo, these guys talk about everything. Right. Life lessons, this, all the above. Right. So we're more tailored to our bread and butter, but we're doing enough to kind of entice the new people. Right. And I feel like that's what most of the platforms and stuff whatever do. Because even if that you said the new shit, like the Twitter thing that's on Instagram, how many times have you done that? Right, because you're still used to the bread and butter of the gram and stuff in itself. Yeah. And that's what you're there for that. This is what you're here for. Right. This is what you came for and stuff like that. And to the newer folks, they probably like, oh, you have this? Oh, well, we don't need to go to Twitter no more to release a free thought of the day anymore now. I can just do everything from here. Yeah. And then, with the reels and shit like that, it's like YouTube all in one, whatever. So, I kind of dig it.
Think about it. YouTube had to create their own version just to keep up with what Instagram was doing.
Of course. Because it's like, you have the bread. You have to find a way to keep getting the bread. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I said, like certain things about TV and everything and stuff is antiquated to me. Because I'm like, if they never had something like a Hulu streaming service and stuff like that, TV would have been dead. Right. Been dead. Because you can give me news and stuff, whatever. You can tell me from the newspaper people I feel it for. Yeah. Look how many companies and stuff have released and fired and, cut all the people who used to go print and press every night to every day you get your first page to be like, hey, bro, like you getting this shit online. Mm-hmm. We can hit delete. Yeah. Or we can keep this article for like a year and then it's gone and stuff to the wayside compared to like the folks and stuff who were just constantly using this thing. So I'm like the demographic or maybe the boomers possibly. I don't want to shit on the boomers, but it's kind of like when most of the boomers and stuff are gone, are we still going to have newspapers? Oh. Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. But then if you're a company like Meta, you're looking like, we don't want to go to the wayside, so we have the bread. We're going to spend the capital to make sure we do everything that everybody else and stuff is doing because we have the capital. Right. So let's say before Instagram, previous owners of before didn't have the money to do certain type of things. Now they've been bought and now they have the money to do all these type of things and stuff, whatever. Right. Their goal is to make everybody like a Walmart, like a one-stop shop. Yeah. Because when I realized like in the comment section how YouTube can get it popping and stuff, I'm like, well, YouTube has like full videos. Everywhere else has like a minute clip or a limited amount of things and stuff like that. Yep. You might as well just fuck with YouTube. And then there's like, Instagram, IGTV. You can sit here for 30 minutes and we can give you full content of whatever the hell you like to see. So that piece. I don't know. I'm not a fan of like, making people who want to watch the world burn.
Right.
That's just, I have a problem with people like that. Because I know if I had bread, I might do your bootleg. I have immortality. So I'm just going to just live like God-like to my damn self.
Yeah.
Like, you know my slogan, give me 50 mil, I tell you how I feel. If I have 50 million, you might not see me like that. You might get podcasts once a month.
Once a month?
And we're going to have a section on there like, shit, Sofa says. And then that'd be that.
That'd be that.
I'd be like, yo, I went to go get my damn golden mask treatment the other day to keep my vitality. And somebody said, excuse me, sir, I don't see your wristband. The nerve of this peasant. Yeah.
Respect my mulligan.
You fucking guy. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, those, if you want to watch the world burn, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Like, all right, if you're winning, you won at the game of life, you're playing for extra credit, do you really need to do villain shit? That's why I said, like, you have to die. Like, Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Die to be a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And if you are witnessing this, I'm pretty sure I've witnessed that too and stuff too. So I'm like, it's on that side. I just feel like it's part of self-sabotage where the people, you want people to, I would think, you want people to like immortalize you.
Yeah.
And like know your story and kind of respect you. Because I think a lot of times when you know the story and stuff, you kind of understand some things and stuff too. Like if you see somebody walk into a room, they're not talking to nobody and everything like that. You're looking like, yo, you wave to the person, they're not flinching and everything. Then like, no, the person's story is that he's blind. He can't see you waving. You're like, oh shit. Then you can respect the person a little more. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have a little more respect, a little more tact, a little, when you know the story and stuff, whatever.
Right, yeah.
So we know his story. He came far. And he's still going places and stuff, whatever. But now when you're doing shit on some villain shit,
I mean,
we need heroes. Russia, Ukraine still at war.
I hope it ain't no villain shit because this dude, he about to release some androids and I'm not looking for no iRobot shit.
The androids is already there, man. That was the Neuralink? And then what's his internet thing? The sky thing?
What is his freaking
the
satellite
internet
thing?
The internet satellite you can get anywhere?
Yeah.
That come on YouTube. It's only a matter of time.
We're here?
It's only a matter of time because I feel like there's gonna be one notion where a lot of these companies and stuff, right? Like I look at, let's look at Rogers. Rogers with their fuck up, right? Now, let's say you add to it where you're not getting service in particular places.
Right.
And they just do a smear campaign commercial. I always call it smear campaign commercial.
The smears?
When they do one of these things like, is your internet not working when you want it to work? And they might even throw like a red and white color thing. They're like, oh shit, I think it's Sunset Rogers. And they'd be like, and then you have that person that I call the first world problems. They're out there camping with tapping their phone like, are you not getting internet connection out of nowhere? Be like, yeah. Join on Starlink.
Starlink. That's it.
Starlink. Well, you get internet anywhere and we won't let you down. And there's only a few smear campaigns to kind of just make you like, yeah. Yeah. Because I remember who was it? It was this is one comedian, Tony Roberts. He's like, man, he bought a bootleg porno in the hood.
Right.
And the bitch had a commercial on there and it pissed him the fuck off. So he said he had his dick out. He's getting ready to jerk it with everything. And they're like, are you suffering from headaches and everything? He's like, no, but probably I am now. Maybe I should put my dick back in my pants to go pop me an Advil. You know what I'm saying? It only takes that much to kind of get somebody. It's going to get somebody. It may not get you. It may get somebody else. Like you said all the time. Show may not be for you. It might be for somebody
else. Yeah.
So I don't know. Self-sabotage. Let me ask you about self-sabotaging. Do people know when they're self-sabotaging in themselves?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they do.
You feel like they do?
Like I feel like, I don't know, maybe maybe from awareness type of thing. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like there comes a point where like Big Booty Trudy is in the room.
Right.
Right? Set dude want to talk to Big Booty Trudy. Say Big Booty Trudy look like an Instagram blue check certified model or X, Y, and Z and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If he wants to talk to her, he just put the legs together, walk.
Go talk.
Excuse me, miss. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Right.
Go talk.
Yeah.
When they're stagnant and they start saying like, maybe she has a man, maybe this, maybe that. You're not putting these roadblocks and stuff in your way. That's self-sabotage.
Yeah, okay, I can see from that perspective.
And I feel like if you know you're saying all these things,
right,
it's not motivating you to go forth and conquer.
Right.
So I feel like some people know they're self-sabotaging themselves. Because it's kind of like, he was like, I see it thousands of times, like even like, hell yeah, I'm about to do this. Man, you know what? I don't even have the stamina today, or I could do better, or fuck it. You know you're self-sabotaging. So I'm like, how would you, like, I don't, to me, explain, like, why would you say people don't know they're self-sabotaging themselves?
Sometimes I think some people can be doing too much. And not realizing that, hey, like,
this takes more energy and time.
Yeah. Than opposed to looking at it this way or from this perspective. If you only see it this way or this perspective, you'd see the fact that you're using up a lot of energy and time. And
maybe that's the reason why face meta is tanking.
Maybe.
Because they're tanking and stuff, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because they, like we just explained, they're doing a lot.
They're doing a lot. Yeah. As opposed to just, like you're saying, sticking to your core, your core, your bread and butter, right? Because your bread and butter was not failing you. You just didn't like seeing everybody else's success, and you're looking at everybody else's success and they're rising higher than you. So you feel like, okay, well, the only reason for me, as opposed to investing in your bread and butter, maybe expanding your bread and butter a little bit, because you know your bread and butter very well. You can easily expand that a little bit. Now you're trying to jump into other territories that you may not know as well.
Okay, let me ask you this. Because when you were talking and stuff, it came to me. Is there a problem with being number 2?
There is no problem with being number 2.
Why do you think people would have a problem being number 2?
Because it's doodle. I was like, you know it.
I was quick. The other day, one of my boys and stuff, whatever, salute a punk ass Mike. The other day I was talking to him and stuff, whatever. I was like, there's some people he don't like and stuff, whatever, some rappers and stuff, whatever, right?
Right.
He's like, especially the ones that always repeat the same damn line over again and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I said, like Mike Jones. He's like, who? I'm like, Mike Jones. I was like, oh, you motherfucker. So I was like, yeah, but well done.
Well played.
I see what you're saying.
Well played.
I see what you're saying. Because I feel like you can have it all, but not at once. I've said that 1,000 times on this show. And I look at it where, okay, you're not number 1 now. You're still top.
Yeah.
You're still top. You're still in the top running.
Yeah.
You're still known. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you're number 2 now and everything. Like, I'm like, all right, maybe if you tap into like, okay, the real aspect, like the IGTV type of stuff, or like say like, all right, Instagram's coming up.
Yeah.
Let us buy Instagram. So therefore we won't lose to Instagram. But okay, Instagram was beating Facebook at the time. So if they were number 1, you were number 2, it's okay. You're still in top running, but they had to engulf everything and stuff in sight. And that's part of the doing too much.
Right.
You kind of be self-sabotaging.
See, you know what I mean? And you can be okay being number 2, knowing that, or not even knowing that, you know what I mean? That whoever's number 1 could be doing just what we're saying, right? And it's only, it can only last for so long doing what they're not supposed to be doing. It may have elevated them to that number 1 spot, but how long can they maintain that doing something that they're not supposed to be doing or doing something that they weren't meant to do?
Right.
As soon as that falls, well, if you're in number 2 spot, just continuing to doing what you're doing,
Facts.
you become number 1.
Yeah. You're right. Because I look at it stuff as where everything. I always feel like everybody's business stuff wants to be like a Walmart.
Yeah.
Like a one-stop shop. But do you really buy everything from Walmart? Like, would you buy meats from Walmart?
Right?
Like, there's certain things and stuff you won't get, and you feel comfortable getting elsewhere.
Right.
So, okay. Do you think people are afraid of the possibility of change? Why they self-sabotage themselves? Or is it an insecurity kind of thing? Because they don't want to be left behind. Or it's like change is gonna. We know change is gonna come.
Change is gonna come. I think.
Thank you, Sam Cooke.
I think it's more of the latter of what you're saying.
Insecurities.
Yeah.
Why? Don't want to be left behind.
Don't want to be left behind. Don't want to face responsibilities. Feeling like they can't live up to the responsibility.
Because if you go through with it and stuff, you now have a new set of goals and tasks and job and stuff for them.
Now you have to live up to that responsibility.
Right, because now he said hypothetical dude got to Big Booty Trudy and stuff like the Instagram model.
Right.
If he got to her now he's like, okay, now she's your responsibility now. You've got her.
Right.
You got her and stuff. She might have a particular lifestyle now you might have to maintain.
Again, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you get her, right? Did you get her while saying that did you get her going out doing this, that, and the third that you've never done before? Because if that's the case, then you have to continue with this, that, and the third that you've never done before in order to maintain her.
Why I feel like you're talking about me and my super date.
I
feel like you're taking shots at me and my super date.
Did we get back to the super date?
I feel like you're taking shots at me and my super date again. It hit home.
Well,
I felt it.
I wasn't really going there, but if it reminded you of something.
Ladies and gentlemen and others, I went on one super date.
Yeah. Regulars know. You know the story.
A super date. Yeah, the regulars know. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I that's why I like talking to the regulars and the day ones and everything. Like, salute to the day ones. I got a DM and stuff the other day. They were like, because I said, this is Kanye's cry for help.
Right.
And they're like, you've been saying that since episode 2. I'm like, haven't I? I'm like, consistency, baby. Let's go. From
210 episodes ago.
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, salute to the day ones and stuff, whatever, right? Yes. So super date now. Super date, I consider a super date is like there's like multiple dates all in one date. You can go out for fireworks, you can go out for dinner, that's another date. You can go out for a horse and carriage ride, that's another date. A boat ride. I just happen to do everything all in one. And to my lovely woman who's hearing this, whatever, your day will come. She's like, oh, so you giving these hoochies a super date, but all I get is dinner and a movie. Like, no.
Listen.
No.
I want to qualify for him. What he did was a lifetime of events. So if it takes a lifetime for you to get to that point, don't be upset. Don't be upset.
You saved me.
Yeah.
You saved me.
Don't be upset, man. It's just, he was tripping at that point.
My lawyer said so.
He was tripping at that point when he tried to just miraculously feel that this can all happen in one day.
And it wasn't.
And it should sustain itself.
Two things was planned, and then just other things just kind of fell into place. I was like, what the fuck? This is just overkill. I said it to myself.
When you realized?
I said it to myself. I was looking like,
halfway through the night, how do you surpass this?
Right, because I'm like, hey, yo. I was like, if I have to really fully date this woman and stuff like that, whatever, she's probably thinking like, a pizza date is like fucking CN Tower. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like a trip to Monaco or something like that would be like a weekend in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of scared. So I'm looking like, oh my gosh. And yeah, so it was something. But yeah, when you're doing too much, a lot of things can come up and stuff like that. And the new responsibility and stuff.
Yeah.
That's another level. If you're not, one more quick thing on self-sabotage. If you're not making a change, is that considered self-sabotage?
Yeah, that's also, I would consider that self-sabotage.
Why? Not everybody wants to be great.
No, but if you're meant to be great, whether you want to or not.
It's gonna happen.
It should happen. It should happen. If you're meant to be great,
Mm-hmm.
then you're doing yourself and others a disservice not being great.
Okay. Fair. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all don't self-sabotage
Don't
yourselves.
self-sabotage.
I look at this stuff as like for myself in the past, I did used to,
Mm-hmm.
but I realized again, you're not doing yourself any service. And I want to go be great. I want to do the best that I can do.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah.
Personally. I want to be the best. I want this to be the best podcast. I want to be the best co-host to you, best speaker to them. You know what I'm saying? The best, best man to my woman and stuff like that. Best father to my son. I just want to do my best.
Right.
And I look at this stuff as like, they're not really roadblocks in my world. They're hurdles and
Yeah.
I will overcome them.
Yeah.
And I will find a way to overcome them.
Well, that's what I was about to say, but you're constantly looking at ways to improve yourself in those regards.
Right. I have the tenacity.
Right.
Some people and stuff, they don't.
Right.
Right. And I think if you're doing something for so long, like if you've been, like I always say, like you got to talk to yourself nicely, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't been talking to yourself nicely or stuff, or like imposter syndrome and stuff kind of kick in, you ain't going nowhere.
Nah, you're not.
You ain't going nowhere. And then I think you're going to live a life and stuff that you're really going to fully regret.
Yeah.
And I hope it doesn't impede on somebody else's world. Because just because you hate your life, that don't mean you got to go take somebody else's life.
Right.
That part. Let's get to the question of the week, man.
Question of the week.
Question of the week this week says, what is a song lyric that reminds you of somebody?
A song lyric?
A song lyric. It could be a verse. It's still a song lyric that reminds you of somebody. You got a song lyric that reminds you of your woman? Of your wife?
There's so many of them.
You don't got one?
You Give Me Butterflies is like...
Mike? Oh, yeah. That's a fire track. Fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that song and I instantly think of my wife.
When I hear
When You Give Me Butterflies, that specific line.
Nice. I think for me, Janae Aiko, While We're Young. That song, yeah, like that song, like to my girl and stuff, to my woman and stuff too. It kind of comes off and stuff like that too as well, because we knew each other from like in the past and then to like now and everything like that too. So it kind of when I hear that song, I think of her. That reminds me of her. When I hear Dear Mama, of course, obviously I think of my mom and everything like that, whatever too. But one day I remember what was this? I was listening to Jeezy. Jeezy has a song with Keisha Cole. And it's called Dreaming. That second verse, when I hear that song, I think of you. Cause like you're like the brother I never had and everything like that. You always kind of correct me when I get out of the way or get out of line and everything like that. I'm like, anytime I hear it, I'm like, this is smooth and shit like that. And then I remember one time you had said Nas, Second Childhood. Yeah. There's a particular verse that reminds you of a family member. I was like, anytime I hear that song, because like I said, I'll run the album and stuff, whatever, like through my Spotify. Right. So when I'm running the album, then like I hear it, shit came in, I was like, oh, cousin, this verse is for you. But yeah. We're not gonna specify which verse because I think one day it might come out and stuff like that. Then it might be an argument at a family dinner or something like that. And this person she has a loud voice. Oh, what you want to talk about me for? Like, fuck me. Fuck. Okay. So what song reminds you of your kids?
Remind me of my kids?
Yeah. You got a son and a daughter.
That's good question. I've never really...
Because they can leave the house and say, leave you and your wife, so your main concern is reminding you of your wife. They're not your average juniors. Run.
Run.
for my son and stuff like that, there's a I think it's Game. Game has a song like Father Like Son.
Mhm.
And anytime when I hear that song, I just replace because he's like, he gives the date for his son's birth.
Birthday, right?
And the nurse and the doctor, like he mentions all of that and stuff and everything, and talking about all the bad in his life and where he wants to go right with the kid and everything like that.
Yeah.
And when I hear that song instantaneously, I just think of my son, like the whole thing. And then like the hook, Busta Rhymes on the hook. I hope you grow up to be everything that I couldn't be. I love you, son, like father, like son.
Right.
And like all of that, I was like, yo, when I hear that, I always just I think of my son. And even I thought about Game and stuff the other day because when he came up with the Easy track,
yeah.
my life wasn't easy. I was like, oh shit, I haven't spun no Game and stuff in a minute.
Right.
Because I think one of my favorite Game songs is El Chapo. So I went back to his first album to play that track.
Is there any track or verse that reminds you of you?
Every Jay-Z song. No, you know what? There's a Jay-Z song in particular. It's So Ambitious. The one with Pharrell. Like I remember when I heard that and stuff, because like the first verse, I think he said, I felt so inspired. But my teacher said, either be dead or be a reefer head. I'm not sure if that's how adults should speak to kids.
Yeah.
Right? And when I heard that, I remember I was in 4th grade and stuff like that. I already did enough hate campaign with the top 5 rappers and everything, but there's a particular teacher and stuff like that. If you taught at Parkway Elementary in 1994,
that's you.
You know what I'm talking about. If you're still alive today, I don't know. But like, they said, I talk too much.
Right.
Right? They said, I talk too much and stuff like that. And I'm going to be a disruption and stuff like that. And loose lips sink ships and stuff. And fucker, I got my own podcast. Kiss my ass.
There you go.
So yeah. So like certain songs and stuff, like I might hear like a Jay-Z verse, something like that, and be like, yeah, I would say that. but so ambitious, that piece right there, I was looking like, and like at the end of that song, like, so he started off the song talking about the teacher.
Yeah.
And the last verse, he's like, dear teacher, I'm balling out of control. Can you hear my sneakers? Right? And I was like, bitch, I got more kicks. My kick game is like David Beckham. Fuck out of here, man.
The song, when I hear it, I always feel like it's me and not necessarily the same lifestyle, but just I guess where you're coming from to where you want to go or where you're headed. Sky's the limit. Biggie Small.
I heard that. That played like 2 days ago for me, like a playlist.
Yeah.
Because like I love the skit.
Right in front of you.
The skit in the beginning and stuff, whatever. I still feel like maybe the Jamaican in me and stuff, whatever. I feel like Biggie's mom should have actually did it.
Yeah.
But I don't think the masses will understand the patois. But like,
probably not.
I get it. I get it, whatever. So like when you hear it, because she's like, baby, like being on the corner, that's not gonna get you anywhere and stuff, whatever. Like you're better than this. Like you have potential. You have and then like, when he comes in, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Yeah. All right. I love this young man. He went from ashy to classy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sky's the limit, man. No. Well said, man. Nice. Let's get to the Ask the Sons for this week.
Sons.
Are you ready?
Ready.
First Ask the Sons this week comes from Superior Hero. And they spell hero like Japanese. And this is dope. I dig it. Hiro. What phrase instantly annoys you? I love. You go first, though. You don't got what because my shit. I'm about spilling blood and rage as usual.
I hate whatever.
Oh, just the word whatever?
Yeah, I think it's overused.
Interesting.
I think it's overused. Whatever. What?
Yeah. Well, if you say it like that, when I hear people say whatever, I shut certain kind of conversations down.
Yeah.
Once you say whatever,
Yeah.
I treat like a period and I'm like, all right, well, this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just exit scene, stage left.
That's what I'm saying. And it's overused like that.
I don't like, the one I don't like is that if you don't, what is it? If you don't appreciate me or you don't deserve me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. Or you don't appreciate me at my worst, so you don't deserve me at my best. You toxic fucker. Like, I feel like that gives people an excuse to be fucked up. Like some Elon shit, whatever. That just gives you a reason to be an ass.
Or take me as I am.
Yeah. Be like, no, you could be better. You could. The power is yours.
Improve yourself.
Yeah, improve yourself. Work on yourself.
How about that?
Take me as I am. And then they might drop the whatever. Yeah, so you're right. I think it's leading up to it. But that line, when I hear that shit, it's like, oh, you're one of those folks. Let me get up and leave. Next one comes from Machine Gun Jerry. Which celebrity is considered a sex symbol to everybody else? To everybody, but not to you?
Madonna.
Yeah. Mick Jagger and Steven Tyler.
Yeah.
Cause like when Steven Tyler got he could put like a full burger in his mouth.
Yeah.
And I was looking like, sex symbol to who? Cause remember they came out with this song, "You look like a lady." So when they came out with that, I was like, must be for a man. Like must be. Okay. I don't know. I don't see sex symbol and stuff for everyone. Madonna. No, but Madonna shit was kind of risque, porno for its time.
Yeah.
I want to say...
No. Back in the day, Madonna. Yes.
Oh, this Madonna still...
This Madonna...
Oh, you talking about the one that 50 Cent was talking about, like posing with the cheeks out and everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to tell people what to do, what to wear,
Neither do I, but,
and everything and stuff like that. But I feel...
it's not sexy.
I feel like you should do certain things like for your time, for your age group and everything like that. I'm not telling you like, yo, you can't be a sexy ass like granny.
No. There's a lot of sexy ass grannies out there.
But then there's the way how you classy it up.
Right.
Because I want to say if you sexy ass granny, you trying to be sexy ass granny out here and you know you got like varicose veins popping off in the leg and everything. And then you got like the stretch marks, like the I'm doing the titty cuff. Am I going to get canceled for this? I might get canceled for this? Okay, but the YouTube people can see it. So if you get like I'm going to end the show like this. So if you get like, the I don't mind. I like saggy titties. That's all I'm saying. Let them hang. But like when you're doing this.
Just not long like goat rope.
You remember? It's not long like goat.
Just not long like goat rope.
Yes, not your average. Yes. And we're back. Let me put my Dr. Phil hands because he about to fuck it up. I was not about to do any good podcast after this. Yes, you're right. Tasteful. Make it tasteful for your age.
Yes.
Make it tasteful for your age.
Of course, that's what I'm talking about.
Because I'm saying like, and yes, there's some 50-year-old people and stuff. They got the body of like a 20-something odd year old and stuff like. And I think you're still in the line of taste,
right?
Whatever, right? But if you're Gertrude out here and stuff, you got your colostomy bag and stuff, whatever attached to it, and you out here and stuff trying to swing around the colostomy bag by like the pee, like it's doing the most. It's doing the most.
A little bit too much there.
Okay. Last one comes from River Otter King. I like the River Otters are fucked. I just want to say that before I continue. That is a good damn name. If you don't know, y'all need to look up a River Otter
King.
River Otters is they gangs.
Yeah.
They gangs. River Otter King says, what are the worst things about parenting? That's a good question. Your time is not yours.
Yeah.
Your time is not yours.
Having to repeat things constantly.
Is that a bad thing? Yeah. I guess because you might have a limit where how many times you might want to say something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was talking to a friend about that the other day, and we were saying and stuff of like, he was saying to about significant others. Like if you're with somebody and you constantly tell them you don't like mustard, and every time they give you a sandwich, they put mustard on there, so you feel like they don't give a fuck.
Right.
So now you start building resentment just from the repeating thing. Like you've repeated this several times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah. But knowing it, but I mean, it's one of those things that you know that you could be repeated 1,000 times. They're probably not going to hear you till the 1,010th.
Oh, that's annoying. I think the other thing for the worst thing about parenting is, I think the protection aspect. For me, the reason why I say it's the worst, because I can't. My son's 5.
Right.
And let's say if another 5-year-old fucks with him, I'm out of pocket to go to school and go punch a 5-year-old out of his face.
Yeah.
And everything like that, right? And even if like, we squash that parental wise and stuff from like, from that's not protecting my child from other possible bullies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Other possible dangers and everything like that. So I think that's my thing and stuff. But those are, for me, it's the time.
Yeah.
The time isn't yours. And like, you can't protect them from everything you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to, but you can't. So now, for me, I'm coming to terms and stuff with like, what is meant to be will be.
Yeah.
Right? So all you can do is just do your best.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
For me. That's it. That's
We are here.
We are here.
We are here.
We are here. Again, to the other MCs and stuff, whatever. Don't treat me like DJ academics and stuff like that. I know
We got love for y'all, man. You had your time. You had your era.
You had your time. You had your run, and it's dope. And I think that whatever you're doing this stuff now, hopefully it was fruitful enough. Like whatever was fruitful enough from your careers, to put you in a place stuff to win. Because I know Silk the Shocker and stuff. He's Master P brother. You won't see your brother struggle.
Yeah.
Master P's doing fine.
Yeah. No, he's gonna be okay.
He's gonna be all right. And like I said, Trick Daddy's on radio and stuff, whatever, in Florida and Miami and everything like that. So
what's Chingy doing? What's Chingy doing?
Doing DJ Vlad interviews.
Yeah, Vlad interviews.
Yeah, that's me, Chinga Lang. I'm sorry, Chingy. I'm sorry.
We playing. We playing.
Ready for So Say the Sons this week?
I'm ready.
All right. So Say the Sons this week says, once you carry your own water, you won't forget a drop.
So say the Sons.
I feel like a lot of times when you go through some things, you don't forget the lessons on the way. If, let's say, for example, I don't know editing process. I was talking about the edited thing earlier, just to fuck with you and everything like that. But I'm like, I don't know the editing process. Right? And I know I've seen you start a few edits and everything like that, but I've never seen you from start to finish.
Right.
So I don't know the aspect and stuff of editing, right? When I learn it, one day I will learn it.
Right.
And when I learn it, I bet you I won't forget that shit.
Good.
Because for me, I think a lot of times some people, like, what's it, Isaac Newton? An imp standing on the shoulder of a giant can see much further than a giant. The imp knew what it was to do everything from that level, and now they knew what to do everything from this level.
Right.
They don't forget what everything looked like from the lower level, and they don't forget what looks at things and stuff on this higher level now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Once you're doing you have a full different kind of respect, and you won't shit on like the process.
Right.
But some people don't go through the process.
No.
So they never really carried their own water.
It's funny. I always say this about high school.
Talk to me.
It's not that I was particularly interested in what I was being taught. I just knew that the world was being taught to a certain standard.
Nice.
So if I know that standard, I'm more than halfway there.
Because that's not for you.
Right. Not only do I know that's not for me, I have a basic understanding of what everybody else
is doing.
Because they've learned to the same standard.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm like, a lot of things and stuff are kind of like systems.
Yeah.
They're like systems and stuff kind of in place because I was trying to give like credit for other things, and then the first person like, nah, like everybody has a system, and it's just that you're not familiar with that system. But once you're familiar with that system and stuff, whatever, it's kind of like you know what to do.
Yeah.
Like if you work at a dispatch, like a 911 emergency place and stuff, whatever, they give you like what to say.
Yes.
911, what's the emergency? That's the system.
Yes.
So you're just another cog within that system.
Within that system.
So like, yeah, a lot of these things have systems.
So true. So true.
We are here. We are there. We came, we saw, we conquered.
Uh-huh.
This is it. Like, comment, subscribe.
Love
all
that.
streaming platforms. You know where we at. PodicalSons.com. All the episodes.
Subscribe. YouTube, we see
subscribe. YouTube. Hold on. My chest fell out. Sorry, YouTube.
you. Your chest fell out.
There you go. I'm back.
His chest.
Hold on, let me add some little cleavage to it.
Little cleavage in his
I'm slutting it out.
Orange sweater provided by P Creatives. I
Yes.
spoke to him 2 days ago.
Oh, yeah?
Said to hell, yo, what's up?
Tell him I said what up to him.
he
I'm
said
gonna
he
hit
got
him
some-
up.
got some pieces. His I think either he lost his phone or his old phone got erased. That's why we haven't been seeing him on social media and so forth.
Gotcha.
So I was like, you know us, we touch base.
We touch base just cause.
So I hit it up and he's like, hey, what's going on? Just checking in. He's like, who this? I lost my phone.
New number, who this?
Yeah. So I hit him back. I was like, he's like, oh shit, bro.
It's from-
that.
You know,
And then the same thing he said. He goes, you guys always reach out though. He goes, yo,
Yeah. You and I find, yo, folks, before we go, do reach out to people and stuff. You don't reach out, and I hope you reach out to them and stuff, not for a purpose, just for you, just to say what up.
Yeah.
When they say check on the strong ones, check on everybody, just in your own time. Your world, I know, is busy and everything like that too, but just make the time for the people and things that you love.
Yeah.
Straight goods.
Yeah.
Look at that, 2 silver-slated suns for the damn week.
2 in 1 shot.
Pew, pew. Yes, once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. Our stupidity does not. Peace.
The Podical Sons was not your average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.